All right, y'all, as you're coming in, go ahead and hit that subscribe, hit that like button for me. All right, as you're coming in, go ahead and hit that like button. We'll get started here in a few moments. I will get started here in a moment. Just do me a favor as you're coming in. Go ahead and hit that like button. We'll get started here in just a bit. Appreciate you stopping through. Appreciate you coming in. Go ahead and before we get started, just go ahead and drop in even your stick of the day. Let me know what you're rocking with today. All right, we'll get started here in a little bit. All right, what's good, y'all? Welcome in. Welcome to SmellGoodz. My name is Kevin, and we're just going to talk about some fragrance tonight. I got some Decants. Want to welcome you in. Do me a favor as you're coming in. Go ahead, drop your scent of the day. Let me know what you're rocking. Let me know what you wore today or what you're wearing this evening. And we're going to just jump into, have a little conversation. And I got some samples and some Decants. We're going to go through. We're going to put some on paper. We're going to put some on skin. Let you know what I think of them, as we are prone to do here in this fragrance space. All right. All right. So my scent of the day, actually what I wore today. What did I wear today? Trying to remember what I even wore this morning. Oh, yeah. Trying something. One of the things that I got, which is by Kingsgate. This is Dominus. This is their take on Creed Aventus. Testing it out. It's one of the things that I got as part of this whole haul Decants samples that I got. So here's the backstory of it, and here's kind of where we're going with this. A couple weeks ago, I think it was Christmas, Dedrick L. Hicks, if you don't know who that is, I tagged him in the description. He also does fragrance content. And first of all, give me a 1 if you can hear me. Give me a 2 if you can see me. Give me a 1 if you can hear me. Give me a 2 if you can see me. I want to make sure, because I did this one time and I was just talking to myself for a little bit. The fact that some of y'all are stuck around tells me that you can hear me, but just let me know. Let me make sure I can be heard. You heard? All right. Or y'all just gonna sit there and watch it. It's okay. All right. Anyway, so Dedrick L. Hicks, who I tagged in the description there, he had a giveaway. Well, he did a contest, really, or a giveaway, really, and I happened to win it. So he sent it out. I got it this past Friday, and when I tell you, first of all, I was overwhelmed with what he had said. It was just an amazing little haul of decants and samples and stuff. So we're going to go through. Thank you, Tom. I see you 1 and 2. I appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Drop that center of the day. Let me know what you're rocking today. All right. But he sent that. And so I wanted to kind of go through some things, share it with you guys. But if you're not already following Dedrick, which I'd be surprised if you're not, if you're in this space, but definitely go ahead. He's tagged in the description. Make sure you follow him. I definitely give him all props, all kudos, just because he hooked the brother up with a lot of different stuff that I wanted to put my nose on, or had even some stuff I hadn't even heard of. So we'll kind of go through. I won't be able to go through everything, but we're gonna go through, definitely get through the Argos and a couple other things, and then we're just gonna chop it up, talk tonight. Appreciate you stopping through on this Tuesday night, early in this year. All right. So as I mentioned, I mean, he sent a bunch of stuff. He sent where is it? He sent a travel set from Yeoman Leo. So I'll probably do some content off of that. That's going to be, there's some things there. It's like their take on Oud Maracuja and some Bodacia. So definitely some things to check out there. But I really wanted to get started with the House of Argos. So he sent like 3 or 4 of them. See you, Tom. Yeah. Working in the office by yourself, English Laundry Crown. Got you. Not too much today, but nah, yeah, I got that English Laundry. I think is that a Creed Aventus one? Because it comes off. I know English Laundry kind of comes off some stuff. Yeah. Dedrick, yo, I'm just singing your praises, bro. As far as the haul that you said, we're gonna go through some of this stuff tonight. So I appreciate you stopping through, man. But yeah, Argos is one of the brands that I was wanting to check out this year. And so there's 5 of the carded samples that he sent. So we're gonna go through that, put some on paper, some on skin, and we're just gonna go ahead and rock it out, man. Again, shout out to Dedrick. If you have not checked out Dedrick's channel, which I'd be surprised if you haven't, but if you have not, go ahead and make sure you go ahead and subscribe. Dedrick scent of the day, Parfums de Marley Pegasus exclusive. I appreciate that. Definitely know you smelling good today, my brother. All right, so we're just gonna jump in. Y'all know how we do. We're gonna kind of put some stuff. We're gonna talk about what we got. First, what we're gonna do, and this isn't any particular order. This is just kind of what we got. Again, I can't go through everything. Some of this will just be other videos that we do, but this one is by the House of Argos, Bacio Immortal. No problem, man. Dedrick making you smell like a peasant. Listen. I got this stuff and I was like, ooh, my collection's about to go up a notch. All right. But yeah. So Bacio Immortal, let's get this on. Find the little nozzle there. There we go. So this one, yeah, you get the leather in this. So this one, you get top notes. You got bergamot, lemon, pepper, raspberry, heart. You got violet, jasmine, leather, pink peppercorn. Base is musk, leather, oud, birch, and vanilla. And yeah, this is so this isn't a tobacco vanille or a leather. This isn't a Tuscan leather. This isn't a Tuscan leather type of scent, but the leather is there with the being brightened up, in my opinion, by the citrus. So the citrus kind of makes this leather kind of, I don't want to say spicy, but it brightens up that leather a lot, right? Yeah, Bacio is nice. This is one that can be a full bottle for me. This is one that's full bottle worthy. Absolutely. It could probably be 1 year. Well, again, for me, year round means something different to some of y'all. For me, year round, where I am right now, we're talking, I think today it's cold at 60 something degrees. Normally it's in the 80s, what have you. This could go year round for me. The leather, the citrus. Yeah, Bacio Immortal, definitely one we can go ahead and rock from the House of Argos. We're gonna play around with this one some more. Yeah, we're just putting it on paper right now. I may not put anything on skin. We'll see. There's some stuff I definitely will probably put on skin. Let's go. This is one that I already know is going to be in my collection real soon, just because it's on its way. But this is Triumph of Bacchus. Now this one, for me, this was a blind, or is a blind buy. I'm waiting for it to arrive. It got caught in a snowstorm somewhere in Ohio, but based off of just the notes, based off of kind of what I got to hear about this, I was like, and there was a deal on Fragrance Buy. I was like, yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and get it. Triumph of Bacchus. Yeah, bruh. Yeah, bruh. So I'm becoming a lover of, not becoming, but I dig tobacco fragrances, especially if they're done nice. This is a fruity tobacco fragrance that okay, so let me compare. If you've smelled Mancera red tobacco, which I do like, I like Mancera red tobacco. This is a smoother version in that, and not as medicinal when it first opens. This just opens nicely. Red tobacco, when it opens, can open, my wife calls it Vicks Vapor Rub, because it opens pretty medicinal. But when it dries down lovely. This right here, though, opens up nicely. This opens up beautifully. This, top notes, you got saffron, white peach, green apple, rum notes. Heart, you've got patchouli, jasmine, tonka, vetiver. And then base, you got tobacco, amber, sandalwood, vanilla, and musk. Triumph of Bacchus, yeah. So again, I bought that. I'm waiting for it to arrive. It's a blind buy, but this confirms that I made a good decision. This right here is about to get worn. Back as soon as I get it out the box. I don't even know if I'm gonna do an unboxing for y'all. It's getting worn just because. In fact, we're gonna put this on skin. I don't think I have anything on right now. We'll let that settle. We'll come back to that. Yeah. Yeah, bruh. Yeah. Triumph of Bacchus. Appreciate that one. That's a good one. That's a nice one. All right, let's look at, we got Adonis Awakens. Now here's the thing. Y'all know me. I love good presentations, right? That's one of the things that, for me, y'all know I've been a Lattafa person, but just one of the things that I'm enjoying about this space, because I consider fragrance artistry, right? This isn't just collection of notes and oils and what have you. To me, this whole thing is artistry. To take all of these different components and make something that smells beautiful is artistry. And to me, when you take your art and elevate it to another level by making sure your presentation is on point, making sure that the bottle fits the mood, making sure that the box, that the packaging fits the mood. When you do that, that to me just lets me know that you value us as consumers, right? So when I even see the carded samples that show the artwork that is attached to this or that is going with this right here just tells me that Argos appreciates you and I as consumers, because they give us the full experience and not just put it in a box and say, okay, you bought it, here, take it, right? Great, yeah, man. I think it's going to be a great addition. It's elevating the collection. And for those of y'all that are on the channel, new to the channel, what have you, I'm just preparing you. My channels, we're gonna stick with, yes, my budget with my Middle Eastern clones, what have you. But you're gonna also start to see some of these niche fragrances come into the rotation, just because again, I'm loving this journey and checking out all that this art form has to offer. All right. Yeah, I've seen some of it, but I'm definitely gonna check it out. In fact, I'll definitely make sure I post some stuff on it. All right. But let's get into Adonis Awakens. Let's get our test strip here. Yep. All right. So let's get this one out. Tom says, by the way, bro, I love your content, man. I appreciate you stopping through. Appreciate you joining me on this journey. As much as this channel is about fragrances, this is my journey, right? The heart of what I do with this is my journey in this fragrance space, man. It's my journey. That's right. Yeah, you got to enjoy the journey. That's the thing. I don't want to get so caught up in this from a content making perspective that I lose focus or lose sight of the journey, right? There have been some stuff that people have said, we want your opinion on, and if it fits what I'm feeling and where I want to go, then yeah, I'll grab that. But there's some stuff that it's like, I'm not feeling that, so I probably won't get a bottle because that's not part of my journey, right? Adonis Awakens yeah. Okay. I think this could be unisex straight down the road, because this might even be good on my wife. I'll have to, put it on her skin and have her check it out. But this is a beauty. This is a beauty. It's rose, but there's like this effervescence, if you will. Yeah, there's rose, Dedrick, but to my nose, there's like this sparkliness with it, right? There's like a sparkle with this rose. It's not like just your typical rose. There's a sparkle that flows with this, man. Yeah, definitely unisex. This is bergamot, grapefruit, and pink peppercorn up top. That peppercorn, yeah. The Bulgarian rose, the sambac jasmine, the vanilla, the raspberry, and then base you got sandalwood, cashmere wood, and rose absolute. This might be this is bottle worthy too. Yo, Tom, you said you're not familiar with the house of Argos. Listen, I'm gonna tell you right now. Get yourself a sample, because I was gonna order. There's probably still some of the other ones. I'm gonna go ahead and order just to sample everything that they have to offer. I know there's a new one that I saw. I think Walt over at Fat Boy Finesse, I saw him kind of bring out. I think Dedrick, you brought it out too, but was it Chiron, I think? So there's some things that I want to check out still from them. But listen, Tom, get yourself a sample set. This is some stuff that is an elevated art form, nice presentation, nice blending, nice fragrance. Yeah, man. Tom said, great opinions and quality production, straight up knowledge, analysis, and realness, not too common in this fragrance space. Pray you keep progressing, my guy. Man, listen, I appreciate that. This whole setup that you guys see, and this kind of a backstory, we're gonna talk for a little bit. My backstory is, I don't talk about it a whole lot on this channel, but my wife and I, we've been in ministry many years. And when the pandemic hit, our church that we were pastoring at the time, we had to figure out how to still pastor. And so we threw ourselves into learning YouTube and learning streaming and all this stuff. And so for me, the learning curve of jumping into fragrance as far as production, I didn't have to do a lot of that, because this is actually our third channel, I think, that we've put together. My wife and I have a relationship channel that we're going to get back to, Conversations with the Crawley, where we do relationship content. We do reviews and recaps of like your favorite reality relationship shows, like Ready to Love, Put a Ring on It. So we do that. So this that you see behind me and see all of this is the culmination of really just my ministry necessitating me doing some of this, and then me just applying this to what I do or what I wanted to do for fragrance. So I definitely appreciate the love, appreciate it. Man, listen, we can go back and forth because I'm a fan of Dedrick's. Dedrick was, so as far as how I kind of jumped into this fragrance space, just because, again, this is my journey, we can kind of talk for a little bit. For me, I had always liked fragrances, but for me, it was kind of like Um, just being real honest. My focus was on ministry. My focus was on my family. So for me, I would have 1 or 2 bottles that would just kind of be what I would use when it was out. If I couldn't necessarily rock another bottle, I wouldn't. But I'm now in a place where my kids are grown. I need a hobby. I got into fragrances. I got into it and started really digging it, and was like, okay, this is where our space is. And I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Tom says, dude, that's my story too. I'm looking to start a channel too. I just got off my Bible started, Divine Discussions. That is why. Listen, man, this forum, this medium of YouTube and social media, from a ministry perspective and even from just a content perspective, there's no reason why, if you've got something to say, you can't say it. It doesn't have to be all of this that you see right now. Our first ones that we did, we started with just like a little Mevo camcorder type thing, and we kind of grew from there. So don't hesitate to do something and get started looking at what other people are doing and saying, hey, I'm not there. You'll get there. Important thing is just get started, man. Tom, connect with me on IG. There may be some things that we might be able to do, connect together to help, because my wife and I, we actually do now kind of like coaching and consulting with pastors to help them. We kind of turned our church into a hub. That's a whole other thing. All right, but yeah, connect with me on IG, Kevin Crawley. I make everything very simple. All right, getting back to these fragrances. Adonis Awakens, bottle worthy. All right. What else we got here? Brevido della Cassia. Cassia, however you pronounce it. Let's get this one here. So far, out of Argos, there's nothing that I'm turning my nose up at. There's nothing from the house of Argos that I'm looking at and saying, I'm not feeling that. Everything in here is a banger so far. Brevido della Cassia. Okay. Now this one's a green scent. This comes off as pretty green. I think that's the vetiver that I'm picking up. Might be a little too green for me. I get it. This might just be a little too green for me. I'd have to put this on skin to kind of see. Is there vetiver? No, it's not vetiver. I'm trying to figure out what I'm picking up in this. So this one has, as far as the top notes, pink pepper, clary sage. Maybe that's what it is, the clary sage. Juniper, green mate absolute. Heart, you got oil of fluve, iris concrete, tonka bean absolute. And then base, you got supple leather, oil of birch, and amber. So this one, it's not a bad scent. It's just not in my scent profile. This isn't something that immediately I see myself wearing. Now, I'll probably put it on skin, test it out, see what this is really working with. But if I were to say of these, this would be my least favorite. That'd be safe to say. Very mature. Say, yeah, that's the word. Yeah, it is a mature. Yeah, that's it, Dedrick. It is a mature scent. Old money. Yeah. It's a scent. I mean, it's. I don't want to get. It's not a bad scent. It's not like, there's some stuff that I've smelled, and there's some stuff that you probably have smelled that you're like, what in the world were they thinking with that? I don't want to give that impression. This is just, when I think of my scent and how I like to present myself and how I like to smell and what I like to smell around me and the bubble around myself, this doesn't necessarily fit it off the rip. Now, one of the things, and if you're just kind of getting started in your fragrance journey, one of the things that I found and am finding is that sometimes the fragrance will shift, right? That's why, when I go to Macy's or Bloomingdale's, wherever I smell to kind of get an impression, but I really want to see what it does on skin. Because what's the one that you, Dedrick, what's it? Caput Mundi from Tiziana Terenzi. I did that as a decant on my last live, and I was like, I'm not feeling this. However, Once I put that on skin and let that do its thing, I was like, okay, I get the beauty of it. So sometimes what I'm finding is that the initial spray, the initial smell, the initial thing on paper can be very different from how it actually turns out and ends up smelling. And so I'm not rooting this one out. I'm simply saying right now, first impression, this may not be one, but again, I'm gonna put it on skin, see what it turns into, see how it turns out. All right, and that's something I recommend. That's why, you know, leave the blind buying to those of us that are blind buy warriors who will just, you know, get tobacco, triumph of tobacco, get triumph of Bacchus, smell it, you know, sight unsmelled or whatever, and hope it turns out. Leave that to us. Sample, get you a sample, put it on skin, make sure you know what you're working with. All right. I think that's all. Oh no, we got one more. Pallas Athene. I'm just pronouncing it a couple of different ways in case I stumble on the right way to pronounce it. Again, another one from the house of Argos. Again, this is just a sample card. The artwork on this isn't just they threw their logo on and said, okay, here, take this sample. They did some work on this, right? All right, let's get this one on paper. Let's see what this is working with. Pallas Athene. This is, now for me, this is the more subtle of what I've smelled so far. There's still some fruitiness in this, but it's more subtle than some of the other ones. This one, you got, bergamot, grapefruit, great pink peppercorn, red berry up top. Heart, you got peony, hyacinth, violet, rose, iris, amber, vanilla, sandalwood, and vetiver patchouli at the bottom. This one, this is, to me, this is straight unisex as well. This could lean a little, just a little feminine, but not too much where it's like, I wouldn't rock this. I could wear this. And this might also be good on wifey. Pallas Athene, nice one. That, I think it's the berries and the rose that are playing around on this. Yeah, Pallas Athene, nice one. All right, so far from the House of Argos, I think those were the 5 that I got from the House of Argos. Again, shout out to Dedrick who's in the chat, but shout out to Dedrick who, this is just part of what he sent as far as winning his giveaway that he had. I think it was on Christmas. Yeah, berries and rose, that's what it is. Yep, it's that berries and rose playing around together. It's not as much of a nose puncher. It's not as much of a forward hit you in your nose type of a scent. It's more subtle in my opinion. That one is a little more subtle than some of the other ones that I put my nose on, but it's another good one. Yeah. So far of the 5, only one do I have a question about. The other 5, the other 4 I should say, are all bangers, are all definitely bottle worthy, and all things that definitely will probably end up in their collection. Again, Triumph of Bacchus will end up in my collection as soon as it gets out of the snowstorm that is stuck in Ohio. All right. Shout out to all of y'all that are in those cold places and going through snowstorms, or if you're in LA, listen, prayers are with each and every one of you. This is an interesting time of year. We're only 14 days into this new year, and already it's been a doozy for a lot of folks, which is why I always ask, as part of this channel, stay safe, stay sane, and stay smelling good. I think you'll be okay with that. You know, stay safe because there's some craziness out there, but stay sane because there's some stuff in this world that would drive you absolutely crazy. And then, of course, we're here smelling good all the time. All right. The other one that Dedrick sent was that I'd asked for. So part of his giveaway, he had asked for, yes, sir, prayers. Listen, if you are not, listen, and this is a plug. If you're looking for content, Christian content, what have you. We have the Empowerment Hub Phoenix, I think is the YouTube channel that my wife and I do as we've taken our church and kind of transitioned it. So I'm not new to this YouTube thing. I'm just new to this fragrance space. But we do a lot of things, but definitely I interact with people now on different levels, right? All right. But as part of Dedrick's giveaway, one of the things he offered was anything in his collection, a 5 ml of. And I was like, bruh, you've been talking about this Burlington 1819 for, it seems like every time I turn around, you're talking about Burlington 1819. So I was like, just go ahead and throw that in. That'll be good. That'll be a good one to throw in. So we've got the Burlington 1819 from, I found out it's not pronounced like I've been out pronouncing it, which is Roja, right? When as I was getting into this and found out about Roja or Elysium, right? And now Burlington 1819. One of the things that I found out is that it's really the guy's name, the perfumer. His name is, I want to say Roger, but because he operates mostly in England, people pronounce his name Raja. So therefore, that's what he named his fragrance, was Raja or Roger, right? Raja. So that's how you pronounce it. But Burlington 1819, Raja, however you want to pronounce it. That was just my little history lesson. All right, let's get this. Now I have played around with this. This is just a nice manly scent. Very citrusy, not over the top citrusy, but you do get citrus right up top. This is a nice, fresh, but elevated fresh scent. This right here, I can see why Dedrick likes it. I can see why Dedrick, points to it. It's just, it hits right there where it's like, okay, yeah, King Juice. It's like, okay, you know how it's early morning and you coming downstairs and, wifey is, maybe cooking, what have you, but you just go right to the refrigerator and you grab, you open up the fruit drawer, and like there's an orange there, there's some lime there, there's a grapefruit there, and it's almost as if you're peeling them all at the same time, because you get all of that in this first blast. And the way it plays, just when I tested it one night, I was just sitting around the house, in my bedroom with wifey, and I was like, ooh, let me try this, let me put this. So I just put it on skin. This is definitely, I'm holding it. In fact, I may take it because we're supposed to go to, my wife and I are supposed to go to a trip this weekend. We're supposed to go to San Antonio for a ministry trip. I think this might be coming along with me, because this is, okay, I'm gonna look for that, Dedrick, because it did shift in that little time that I had it that evening. But I think this is gonna come with me on my trip to San Antonio. Yeah. There is, okay, because I'm picking up a hint. Is there a little rum in this? I want to say there's like, I don't know if it's rum or whiskey. I haven't looked at the notes in a minute, but I do pick up, yeah. Let me pull this real quick. Let me go here. Dedrick, yes, okay. Rum, okay, rum and tobacco, yeah. See, you gonna get me in trouble, Dedrick. We got to figure out how to put this in the collection. I'm a definitely rock this. I'm gonna hold on to this, rock it. But Burlington 1819. Okay, it's already shifted a little. It's already shifted. Yeah. Okay. Listen, I'ma just, y'all pray for me. Y'all pray for me. Because yeah, some of this stuff, see, and here's why I love this stuff. I love these fragrances. One, because this is, again, I keep going back to, it's the artwork of it, it's the artistry of it. But it's like these fragrances really just they evoke different thoughts, different memories, different feelings, different emotions. But just on Skin the Magic really happens. Yeah, I'm gonna have to, I think I put it on one night right before I went to bed. So it was like, it was there, but I was, I think by that time I probably got nose fatigue, because I was literally, Dedrick, I was literally going through like the stuff that you had sent. I was like a junkie almost. I was just going through stuff like, ooh, 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 ooh. And this, Dedrick, this right here, I'm not going to break this out fully today, but Yeoman Lail is they are, first of all, they from the hometown. I'm originally from Chicago, born and raised in Chicago. And I had to get out of Chicago just because if I was there right now, I'd be up at Yeoman Lail all the time. But yeah, fragrance is so key to memory. It's amazing how they put you right back in a certain place just by the smell. That's facts. That's facts, right? Some of this stuff will just remind you, like I'm not a fan of Polo Green, like the OG Polo Green. I'm not a fan of it, but it takes me right back to my dad, right? Because that was his fragrance. That was what he wore. There are certain scents like I went and I smelled Jupe again for the first time in a long time. That took me back to when my wife and I were dating, because that was the fragrance that I was wearing at the time when we were dating and getting engaged and all that stuff. So it reminds you of stuff, and some of those fragrances may not remind you of another, a certain time, but they'll remind you of a different scenario or something that you were going through at the time. All right. So yeah, that's why this fragrance thing is, I don't think you'll ever get tired of it. I think it'll be really hard to get tired of fragrances and the different notes and it's just like music, right? With music, if we think about music, there was a way it sound, hip hop sounded when I was growing up, right? Back in the golden era of the late 80s, early 90s. And then now it's shifted, right? It's gone through what it's gone through. And to say that we've reached a peak in perfumery and this fragrance world, I don't think we'll ever run into a peak in it. I think that there's going to be more things that just begin to happen and occur. I'm excited about, I'm getting ready to start doing some AI content of AI recommending layering combinations, right? I think I already got one out there, but layer AI, I'm asking AI, I'm trying to train the AI, like ChatGPT and some of these others, to give me some layering combinations based upon the notes. Just another way to take this whole thing to another level. YSL Jazz, you wore it in college, had to get the blues just to spray every now and then. Yeah, man. That's why I got a bottle of what is that? Legend Night. Legend Night is another one that I had, early on in trying to understand fragrances that I just absolutely love, and I had to get a bottle. Wear it every now and then. I just sniff it every now and then when I'm sitting in my office. But Legend Night is another one that is just, it brings back some memories for me. All right. And then of course the oils that, I got a source here in Phoenix. So every now and then I'll go get a roller of Egyptian musk, because that was what I would wear in college. When I was a broke college student, the first time around, I would go get the Egyptian musk oils or the Sex on the Beach oils. I'll get those oils. That's how I discovered oils, right? All right, let's see what else we got here. Oh, this one I wanted to definitely do. This is from, and I think, Dedrick, you were mentioning that this is probably a house that you're going to get more into this year. And this is from the Spirit of Dubai. The Spirit of Dubai. And this is Baz Cur, C-U-I-R, Baz Cur. All right, let's see what we got going on with this. And pray my nose doesn't give out, because this room right now is just smelling. Ooh. Ooh. This right here is definitely in my space. It's a smooth type of, I mean, up top I'm getting some fruit up here, probably some apple, but it's a smooth, not really spicy, but it's got some depth in it. Yeah, there is the ootiness in this. Dedrick, Food for Greatness DNA, yes. Yeah, all right, let me look at, so you got bergamot apple, yuzu, mandarin green notes, orange, cypress, coriander, cinnamon. Middle, you got jasmine, yugway, geranium, osmanthus, cedarwood, starwood, myrrh, labdanum, and incense, yeah. And then base, you got sandalwood, leather, musk, amber, saffron, gojic, cardamom, cedarwood, more patchouli, leather, and vetiver. This, Dedrick, bruh. My bruh. This right here, this is a beautiful, masculine, smooth fragrance with depth, right? There's some things that you wear that it's kind of like, this one, you smell the weight of it. You smell the elevation of this. This is a standout fragrance. This is a standout in the middle of a room. That's what this fragrance is. This right here, bruh. This one right here is going, see, okay. So my wife and I, we have what we've done. Yeah, man, you were on point. You were definitely on point. So my wife and I have a list. Actually, we've now put both my kids, because I've got my daughter is 20, she'll be 26 this year. My son turns 22 this year. And so because I've gotten in this space, my family has kind of gotten in this. Oh yeah, we're interested too. So we have a Google Drive sheet that has like all of the fragrances that are on our wish list. Now, mine, of course, is much longer than everyone else's. And there's some stuff in here that's going to get added to it. We got Valentine's Day coming up. My birthday's coming up in March. We're going to add some of this stuff, and we should see some of this stuff coming through. Amen. What's up, Coach Keith? Listen, man, you might have to go back and watch the replay, but I started off with some of the fragrances from Argos. All of them that I got right there are bangers. One is just, I've got some questions about just making sure or seeing how it plays off of my skin. But Triumph of Bacchus is one. Adonis Awakens. Palace Athene. What's the other one? Was it Baccio? What's the word? Adonis Awakens. Baccio Immortal. I've also just done Burlington 1819. And right now, Dedrick set me up with this from Spirit of Dubai, Baz Quer. This is a beaut. Listen, this is a beaut. This is a beaut. All right, let's see what else we got. I'm not gonna go through everything. I am gonna, Dedrick, you hooked me up with the mind games, which French Defense. I love French Defense. Of mind games, French Defense and Jadoub are my top two. French Defense and Jadoub are the ones that are, to me, the best of that house. Blockade's okay. I get the love of Blockade. It's up there, but it's not my number one. The other one is Double Attack, I think, from Mind Games is the other one that I'm definitely feeling. But French Defense, yeah. All right. So I'm good with that one. But this Mentor, I like y'all, but I'm not gonna spray this one. I'm gonna do a full review on this one, just because this, when I sprayed it on my hand the night that I got it, I was like, this is unbelievable. This is ridiculous. Mentor is a good one that just came out from Mind Games, and it is going to be, I'll do a full review on that one. All right. Tom said, I'm getting scared, man. My son turns 26 in February. Daughter turned 22 in November. Your birthday's in March too. Listen, this YouTube, I did get monetized a little earlier, actually last month. So I've already, one of the things that for me to celebrate this, I think my first payout from YouTube will probably end up getting something that is definitely on my list. It is to me going to be the bottle that will be like, this is my celebratory one, and that's going to be Royal Oud by Creed. That's what I'm going to do with the first revenue that I get out of this channel. Royal Oud, to me, is one of the top but most slept on Creed fragrances. So y'all will know when I get Royal Oud, y'all will see that, y'all will know that. But I'm saying that to say this: find a way to get the to supplement, to figure out whatever you need to do. Afterpay, what's the other one? Affirm. All those things are helpful. But yeah, my son is at a place right now in his burgeoning career where right now I'm helping him to see kind of where he can purchase from, but also he's getting into the clones, the dupes right now, because that's where his budget is at. My daughter, she's in law school. That's kind of where her thing is at right now too. For me, I'm kind of in both of those spaces, so we're going to figure that out. But yeah, Coach Keith, yeah, that Bioscore is a grip. That thing, as far as the price, I haven't even looked at the price. Okay, now you're going to make me curious. Give me a moment here. Let's see what Dedrick set me up for. Oh, wow. Yeah. For Max Romo. Woo! Okay. 445 for the Spirit of Dubai Bioscore. Okay. That might be 30, because my 30th anniversary is coming up next year. Now, yeah, 2026. We'll celebrate 30 years of marriage. We might have to throw that on the list there for checking that out. But yeah, that right there. Very expensive. Yes, sir. 450 plus. Yeah. A big level oil quality. Okay. That, I mean, I get it. I get it. The smell on it though. And so that might be, yeah, that might be, we just get a nice 15 milliliter, and we hold on to that. We let that rock through, you know, because that's not an everyday fragrance, right? That's not something I'm wearing to work. That Spirit of Dubai, that is not something we're wearing to work. No, that's not something I'm even wearing to church just on a Sunday basis. That is a intentional night, right? Y'all have heard me talk about intentional nights. That's an intentional night type of a fragrance. That's where there's something going on, right? Yeah. Appreciate it, bro. Yeah, 30 years. We will have been married for 30 years in 2026. We're doing 29. we're thinking about also just going to, we're thinking about one of two things. We want to either go to Africa, check out either Nigeria, Ghana, or South Africa, or we might fly over to Hawaii, get on a cruise in Hawaii, hit the islands, and then fly back. So said your wife would kick you out if she found out. Listen, I hear you. Yeah, if I broke out with a $450 bottle of cologne, wifey would be looking at me like, okay. Now she wouldn't have a problem if everything else was completely taken care of, if we had no debt, if it was just coming in, and if it was just coming in, not touching anything that we have going on, she'd be cool with it. But yeah, I don't see that right now in my life, in my vicinity right now. But it's goals, right? They just say it pops up on discounts from time to time. Yeah, we got to talk about, if you don't know where to shop, let's put you on game really quick. Aura Fragrance is probably the one place that I check a lot. Now their stock is not always great as far as when they have stuff in stock and what they have in stock, but Aura Fragrance is where I can get a lot of good deals from when I'm looking for, especially like the Manceras and some of the designer stuff. Fragrance Buy is probably my go-to right now for a lot of things. Just takes a while to get here. I prefer them in a lot of respects over Joma Shop. Joma Shop, good deals sometimes, but sometimes they do that fragrance net thing where they mark things up and then tell you they're coming down on the price. So just pay attention to kind of what you got. Look around. I tell folks, go smell at retail. Find you a Saks, find you a Bloomingdale's, find you a Nordstrom's. Smell some of the stuff that we're talking about, some of the stuff that is outside of just, Curve or Coach or whatever it may be. Go to those places, smell, but then research, find on the discounters, get in some of these Facebook groups, make sure you do your research, don't get scammed, and find yourself some deals on stuff. Work out some trades. There's been some folks that have done trades and gotten stuff, and it's been good stuff as far as their trade. So smell at retail, purchase any place else then. All right. Dedrick and Blaine saying, what's up, Blaine? Good to see you. 15 mil, that'll cost about $100. A little easier to swing, but also, like I said, for that's gonna be for special occasions. That's not just going into the office, right? That's not, I work from home 3, sometimes 4 days out of the week. So sometimes some of the reasons ways that I can kind of test stuff, it's just because I'm sitting here and I'm spraying it on, checking out with my wife, and then if we go out, we go out. But 15 mil for that Boscore for $100, that's not something I'm wearing to work. That's not something I'm wearing just around the house. That is something that is a very intentional fragrance that gets worn specifically because I have some thoughts, some 30-year anniversary thoughts in mind, right? So that's what that's for, all right? Tom says, yeah, he's a Fragrance Buy guy. Joma ships when they want to. Yeah. The trick with Joma Shop is you got to make sure that they have it in stock. So when you're ordering from Joma Shop, if they tell you available in X number of days, that means they don't have it in stock. But so you just got to be mindful of with Joma Shop, whether they have it in stock or not. But yeah, Fragrance Buy, as long as you can wait through customs and then getting FedEx to you, you're good. Sammy, appreciate you enjoying the content, man. Appreciate that. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for checking it out. Get a person in the Nordstroms and make friends. Listen, that's the other thing to do. Get somebody that you can, connect with, that I go to, there's a dealer's, my wife, when she gets her hair done, she goes out to, we live in Phoenix, she goes to Chandler. So maybe about 15 miles away from where we live. So typically, because she's going to be there for 3, maybe 4 hours, I'll ride with her over there. There's a Dillard's, there's a Macy's, and then I can hit like some of the rack stores too to kind of check out and see what they have. So the people at the Creed, store, the Creed kiosk or whatever you will in the Dillards, they know me. They that's how I've gotten some stuff like the 2 samples of the most recent ones, the what is it, the Delphinus, and I forgot the other one, Centaurus. That's how I got those, was because they know me. I'm there enough, we're having conversations, I'm giving them knowledge and information, they're throwing it back at me. So yeah, you know, it doesn't hurt to go into some of these stores, make friends, make connections, let them know your interests, and then they, you know, especially when stuff starts to come out, release. I think, Dedrick, that's probably how your kind of sounds like your relationship with Miss Heather has been. Y'all just connected because you're in there, right? So don't be afraid to go into these stores, make connections, what have you. All right. See, Sky High Kicks, first time here, man. Appreciate you for stopping through. Make sure you hit that subscribe. Make sure y'all hit that like. I haven't seen likes. Maybe it's not coming through on my StreamYard, but if you have not already, hit them likes, pay your ties, hit them likes for me. All right. Tom says, that's how I am with my Cartier Du Soir Intense. Since it's discontinued and costs $200 to $300 on eBay, I spray only on special occasions. Yeah, you got it. You got that stuff that is just daily wear that you wear and you good. You have your stuff that you throw on. Like I have some scents that I throw on just to go to the grocery store, or scents that I throw on for going to the gym, what have you. And then there's some stuff in my collection that's like, okay, this is for work, this is for church. But now I'm starting to get into some stuff that is like, this is just for these type of occasions. This doesn't get worn just because the wind is blowing outside, right? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Blaine, Sky. All right, definitely. Let's see what else we got here. Couple more just to kind of go through. This one, Dedrick also sent. Again, I'm not going to go through everything. There's some Lorenzo Pizzaglia, which I'm going to hold on to those and do something else with that. But a Mod Reflection sent from Scentbird. Here we go. Mod Reflection, which I already know what this smells like. I love this scent. This is just a nice, fresh, clean scent. Yeah, a Mod Reflection is just a nice, fresh, little green, but not cloyingly green or what have you. Tom says, what's my favorite house overall? Same to Dedrick. So for me, right now, if I'm gonna, and I'll kind of give you my favorites in each category. So right now, if we're talking Middle Eastern clone houses, Lattafa's number one for me. However, Fragrance World has been putting out some bangers this year, or last year. So Fragrance World would probably be starting to take the cake there. As far as niche, my house of choice right now is, say it with me, Blaine, Mancera, right? That's right now. And again, because Mancera is a nice entry-level niche house that if you're just jumping into fragrances, if you're trying to elevate and go to another level, and you want to do it kind of on a budget, or at least not, only, if you're especially trying to get a few bottles and have a few things going, Mancera has some good stuff out there that I'm absolutely loving. If I were to give some other houses that I definitely enjoy and want more from in the niche space, Day 3 is another one that I'm absolutely digging. Day 3 has Alin, which is a nice vanilla scent, Amber Dominicano, Bonnie, Escandalo. Day 3 fragrances is another one that I would say definitely is on my radar and something that I'm loving. And then something that I don't think is talked about a lot, but they have a couple that I really love, which is Chris Collins. Chris Collins has Don Sauvage, which I love. That's probably my next bottle is Don Sauvage by Chris Collins. And then also they got like a Long Kiss Goodnight, and they got some other things. So yeah, those are kind of my top ones right there. Yeah, Day 3 is fire. Blaine only needs 2 more bottles of the entire set. Day three is making noise. Listen, Michael and the team over at Day three, they are making noise. He's hinting right now that there's something that they're probably about to drop pretty soon. So Day three is, if you're wanting something that is kind of under the radar right now, Day three is that brand right now. Day three is that house right now, that they're under the radar, but they're making noise. They're starting to get a lot of publicity. A lot of folks are starting to turn their attention to them. They're it. Aylin, the baby cat killer. Yeah. I don't know if he still has the deal. If you've not smelled Aylin, check their website. I would go over there right now, check their website. I know for leading up to Scent Explorer, they had they had a sample of Aylin and Philosophia. Philosophia is a banger as well. All right. But they had where it's like $7. But even if you don't do that, get the discovery set for Day three of the things that are in there. There's only maybe one or two that you might be. For me, it was just like, it's good. It's just not my scent profile. Day three, yeah, good job, good time. Yeah, check them out. Day three is another good one. Like I said, Chris Collins is another one that I'm definitely digging. And then when we're talking designer, designer for house overall, Dedrick said Chanel. Yeah, I mean, you've got Blue de Chanel, you've got all the things from Chanel that are good to go. Hey, what's up? Day three prices going up this year. They're getting a lot of publicity right now. People finally waking up to them. Yeah. That's why I'm saying jump into it now. And I'm curious as to what they're about to release. I don't know, Dedrick, you might have some inside track. I know you've had conversations with Michael, but I'm curious as to what Day three is going to release. Just because Aylin was such a banger, and I just discovered them August, September, somewhere in there. So it's definitely something to check out. Blaine said, "Hey D, use your connections, get us that Blue de Chanel elixir, please." Listen, we're going to talk about how everything is an elixir. Everything's elixir now, right? Dedrick's like, all right, yeah. I know. Is that in relation to what Day three is cooking up? Yeah, we might have to tap in offline. But Day three, and I definitely I live in Phoenix, so Day three is in Queen Creek, which is probably about 30 miles from where I live. And so I'm rooting for them just from the aspect that they're an Arizona team, right? They're an Arizona brand and business. So I'm rooting for them from that aspect. But aside from that, they have some really good stuff. Really good stuff. Yep, to Day three. Yeah. All right. Let's see. One more. Oh yeah, this one is 1861 Decants. Let me get my from the house of Zherzhov. This was another one. This will be the last one I do as far as just kind of going through some of the stuff that I got from getting my tester strip that I got from Dedrick. 1861 Decants from the house of Zherzhov. Oh, waiting on that. Sky High said, thank God the house of Day three is 12 minutes from your house, 12 minutes from Perfumology. Cool. By the way, I'm just putting this out there, Dedrick, and whoever else, I'm planning on going to Scent Explorer 2025. That's my goal. That's something that I'm thinking about trying to get to and make it to. So I'm just putting that bug in, and whoever here want to check it out, meet up there, have a ball. but I'm planning on trying to make it to Scent Explorer. As long as we don't go crazy as a nation this year, I plan on trying to make it to Scent Explorer 2025. So definitely would love to see y'all there. This, hey, Dedrick. Dedrick says he'll work on it. Talking about that connection there. Decants is fire. Decants is. There's a tobacco note in here. That's not a. It's not a. It's a sweeter tobacco that's in this. That is surrounded by. There's a citrus in here too. This is a. Yeah, there's tobacco, citrus of some kind in here. Yeah. Decants. Yeah, let's pull that up real quick. Let's see what that is. Decants 18 by Zerjoff. Mandarin, yeah, okay. Tuberose, tobacco up top, benzoin, a papanox, Italian orris root, and then resin, bourbon, vanilla, and musk at the bottom. Yeah, it's a good one. Decants, that's another one. Listen, again, y'all, if you have not followed Dedrick, definitely do that, because he hooked a brother up with this haul that he sent over. Whole crew going, man. Terrence Senior, hopefully Dedrick, Jims, Jason, Sally, others. Yeah, I'm saying let's make a plan for it. Let's have some fun in Scent Explorer. You know, let's do a takeover, whatever it may be. Yeah, to Scent Explorer. Yeah. Leave the office now. Catch the rest on replay. Thanks for the stream. Hey, appreciate you stopping through, Blaine. Appreciate your time, man. Appreciate you, your support of the channel. Love Decants. Yeah, super underrated. Super underrated. And that's the thing. See, there's this, one of the things that I think we have to be careful of is there is so much out there, and sometimes we get caught into just what is kind of being hyped, right? We get caught into what's being hyped, and sometimes we may miss out on stuff. And that's why, like I said, this year you're gonna see, from me, you're gonna see me bringing some of this other stuff in that is gonna be off the beaten path. Because some of this stuff is like, if I hadn't gotten this from Dedrick, I might not have ever put nose on it anytime soon, right? So yeah, I'm making it my business. I wanna put my nose on as much as I can, really get an idea of just some of these other things out there. Spirited Dubai, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to check them out fully this year. You know, I'm not Dedrick yet, right? So, but Spirited Dubai, definitely, you know, something that, but Argos was a house that I wanted to check out. And so sending that over, and then, like I said, I've got Triumph of Bacchus coming through. That's something that is I think, who is it? Tom was saying Tom wasn't familiar with the house. That's why I enjoy doing what I do, because I think I want to help people to see stuff that's out there. And hopefully you trust my nose. But here's the thing, don't trust my nose alone. That's why I'm saying sample, sample, sample. You know, that's why I keep in my description, I keep a link to Decant X, which is the place that I used to get decants. I know some people use like Scent Split and Scent Split and some of these other places. Find you a place, sample, sample, sample. Get your nose on a variety of things and know what you like. If you're looking to build a collection, build a collection. But if you're just looking for a good 4 or 5 fragrances that are high quality and that are just dope fragrances, sample, find the ones that fit your scent profile and rock with it, roll with it. Sky High said he was just getting a discovery set of Spirited Dubai. Yeah, that's on my radar as far as getting a sample set of Spirited Dubai. Something else I want to get I'm looking at not just the high end, but I'm also looking at some of these independent niche houses or what have you. There's a guy in Atlanta that I want to check out. Savoir Faire. That's another. It's a young, African American guy in Atlanta. Has some scents, some fragrances that I think, just from looking at the notes, sound very interesting. So that's on my radar, getting discovery set. So discovery set, and check some stuff out. Yeah, Savoir Faire. Yeah, that's another one that I'm planning on checking out this year. Argos, I'll probably finish getting out some of the others that are there. While I've got it, let's do 2 others, and we'll make this truly the last 2 that we do tonight. I've held y'all up enough. We're at an hour and 11 minutes, hour and 10 minutes. So I appreciate you all sticking through with me. Appreciate your time. But Dedrick also sent 2 from the House of Zaharoff. So another one that at the end of the day, I probably would not have known too much about, except seeing folks like Ross and Dedrick talking, because I think I first heard Dedrick talk about Coco Loco first, right? And then, of course, as I got introduced to Ross and TLTG, then I, of course, got introduced to more as far as just the brand of Zaharoff, but I've never put nose onto it until I got these. So let's kind of go through this. This is Zaharoff Signature Aurum. This is the Signature Aurum. This is straight out of the bee's nest, out of the bee's honeycomb. This is honey straight out of that. This is like if Winnie the Pooh had stuck his hand in honey and told you to sniff his finger. This is honey. Now I get some other. There's something else there. Is that something else? Is it I want to say it's a clove. This is one I'd have to see what this plays like on skin. This is, again, Zaharoff Signature Aurum. This isn't like honey that you have that's like processed honey that you have in your, that you might get in your grocery store. This is straight like you were out at a bee farm or pulling out honey. That's what this one is. This is like honeycomb. Dedrick says, Sarah C. Gourmand. Okay, I'm gonna have to. It's just interesting because the honey is a different honey than what you might experience in other fragrances. It's different. It's a different honey than what I've smelled in some other things, right? It says definitely on skin. Okay, I'm gonna have to play it out and see how it looks on, how it comes off on skin. But I get it. I get this. Dedrick said this is date night. Okay. Sky High said that's how beeswax by zoologists is. Real pure honey. Yeah, this is not, your Fry's version of honey. This is straight out of straight out the hive. Like straight from the hive. Let me pull up the notes on this. Let me find it real quick. If I got it, it'll be easier here. It said animalic honey. Okay. So yeah, you've got honeycomb. Yeah. Again, not just honey, it's honeycomb, like the whole apparatus of honey. Cinnamon, clove, okay. And then you got hazelnut, walnut, almond and coconut milk in the middle. And then at the bottom is amber, vanilla, praline, and tonka bean. Okay, so it's just looking at the notes, and what I would see is that, yeah, the honey is kind of like the setup for it, but I would imagine that as it kind of begins to blend in with everything else, that amber, vanilla, and praline starts to really come through and shine through. But I'm gonna have to get it on skin to really check that out, to see what that's really working with. All right, but yeah, that's one right there that I'm gonna have to play around and see what it's like on skin, because it's not bad. It's just the honey takes you off guard, because it's not like other honey fragrances, right? It's not like other fragrances that have that honey in it. All right. Yeah, animalic honey. Yeah. I haven't checked out Lionheart yet. I haven't checked that out yet, so not sure about that just yet. Yeah, it's a fragrance that, if you're coming in just expecting it to be, you get the honey, and the honey kind of, like I said, the honey just caught me off guard, because the honey was not, it's not like a Naxos honey or some of the other honeys that kind of just are in there and are sweet, what have you. You could smell that there was a little something more natural or more unrefined, if you will, with the honey. All right. And then the last one that we'll do, and then I'll let you all go for the evening. The last one is Royale by Zaharoff. Ooh. Citruses and apple up top, but there's something else. This is a nice woody with a little spicy fragrance. This isn't a bad, this is a good one. I'm not gonna say this isn't bad. This is a good one. This is one that I can wear in a lot of, this might be a preaching and teaching type of a fragrance. Yeah. I might have to do, Tom, we might have to collaborate and do some stuff on preaching and teaching fragrances, because there's some stuff you got to wear. But yeah, this one is nice. This is nice. Very clean, everyday wear. Yeah, I can agree with that. Love Royal, yeah. Outlaw says Hawass Fire. Hopefully Hawass Fire is really happening. We'll see. Y'all know they've been putting out, folks have been putting out like fake or AI pictures of different stuff that sounds good, but I don't know. Tom says they say there's a Hawass elixir coming. Listen, we just gonna make everything an elixir. If Juke comes out with an elixir, we got problems. All right. Yeah, but Dedrick, this definitely goes any day of the week. This could be an office scent. This could be a signature fragrance for someone that this is, whenever they smell you, this is what they smell. It's definitely a good one. Yeah, Zaharoff from the two. Zaharoff is definitely something to check out. It's definitely something to because, and again, that's why for me, I'm probably gonna not skip completely over, but you'll see for me, I'll be dealing more with niche, and then of course my Middle Eastern / cheapy / budget / clones. Because for me, now there's some great designers out there. I'm not saying that they're not, but the artistry really for me is coming through in some of these niche fragrances. Like this Zaharoff, this Royale doesn't smell like, it doesn't remind me of anything. It's like this is its own thing. This is its own thing that does it very well. That Aurum, the one with the honeycomb. I couldn't see Paco Rabanne releasing that. As great as some of the stuff is from Paco Rabanne, I couldn't see them releasing that. I couldn't see Mont Blanc releasing that, right? I couldn't see, what's the other one? I couldn't see Jean Paul Gaultier releasing something like that. To me, these are taking fragrances in a different way and really being artistic about it. Not bad for 130, yeah. So I mean, I'm gonna have to definitely dig a little more into the Harf as well. And we're not even going to talk about, again, I'll probably do some others on some of the other stuff that Dedrick sent over. There's some stuff from Larissa Pagliani. There's a what is this? This one right here. And then Dedrick, thanks for sending, because my wife, I think there were one or two that was definitely for her. So appreciate that. This one right here, plum and cognac. This right here, I like plum and I like cognac. Enough said. This right here is another good one. All right. So my encouragement to each and every one of you is listen, there's so much out here. Decide, kind of figure out where you want to be. If you're looking at building a collection, build smart, build intentional. If you just need a few fragrances, definitely find the things that fit your scent profile and get them. Yeah, Dedrick, that plum and cognac, that's a problem. That joker's a problem. That joker, listen, there are, and I'm not even gonna put this out there because my wife will go off. There are no other kids coming out of my loins. But if other things hadn't happened and snip and what have you, that plum and cognac, oh boy. All right. Listen, that's it for tonight. I just wanted to kind of, again, my goal for this year is to go live a little more often, really just have conversations with you all. And Tom asked me, would I ever develop a fragrance myself? You know what? I've thought about that. I have. There's, and this is something else I'll give as kind of a hint as what's helping me on my journey. One of the reasons one of the things that I've been doing to help kind of develop my nose, there's a shop here locally in Phoenix called Lotions and Potions. And so shout out to her. I may do an interview with her at some point. But what she is a place that she does her own body butters and soaps and what have you, but she has like a lot of essential oils. So I go there from time to time and I'll put my nose on apple. I'll put my nose on vetiver. I'll put my nose on bergamot and all of these things. That way, when I'm smelling, I can know what it is that I'm smelling. So that's kind of what I'm doing to help train my nose. But it has gotten me thinking about, if I were to start something, what would it be? So I've thought about, it may not be a full-on fragrance line. It might be a body butter or a beard conditioner line or something of that nature that I might put some fragrances in to kind of craft it. I think I'm still too early in this for me to really go that way just yet. But that is something that is definitely kind of down the road that I'm thinking about. My wife also hit me with an amazing idea of maybe doing something here locally, as far as like a smaller scale version of like a scent explorer. So that's definitely something that's on the radar. But yeah, a fragrance of my own is something that's in the future at some point, right? It's probably going to be, a couple years down the road, but it is something that I'm open to. Yeah. And I mean, I'm looking at, some of the stuff, like I just saw, and again, bear in mind, I'm kind of still fairly new into fragrances. I saw Jensen's has a collab that he did with Michael Malal, I think. We know Aromatics or Neve, he has one that he's got going with, I want to say, French Avenue. And then, of course, Ross is doing with Zaharoff. So yeah, it's something that definitely, if the opportunity presents itself, I'll take. But yeah, Dedrick said he definitely would and will. Absolutely. I think that that's kind of the next step, or the next point of evolution in this, is because we're all kind of getting our nose on a variety of things, and we all kind of know what we like and what we don't like. It's kind of like taking the things that we like of this and mixing with the things that we like of this, and kind of putting it all together and creating a signature scent. Absolutely. Absolutely. Hey man, Dedrick, I appreciate you stopping through. Glad you could come through as well. We appreciate each other's content. You are one of the ones that, especially when I started, because I started kind of watching on fragrance content on TikTok, and then moved over to YouTube, and you were one of the ones that I really started first watching. Then I kind of got introduced to Ross, and shout out to Tazo and Selly and Walt, Fatboy Finesse, and Reza Ramon, the Butcher, and all the other folks that are doing this. I appreciate each and every one of you. But Dedrick, I definitely appreciate you, man. Appreciate you stopping through and hanging out with me for a little bit, man. Tom Rogers says wants to put his nose on Neve stuff. No Cap has one too. Okay, perfect. Yeah. So I definitely, Neve's stuff is something I would definitely want to check out. I'm gonna have to look at it for No Cap stuff too as well. Hey man, yeah. Hook now, glad to be here, man. Appreciate you stopping through. Definitely, I like doing this. I like having these conversations. I like the opportunity to put my nose and just simply share my experience. At the heart of this entire channel is not just me reviewing to review, but this is really my fragrance journey. This is me, and that even gives the honesty of, this is what I like, this is what I don't like. All right. So yeah, appreciate. Hey Sky High, thanks for the subscription, bro. Appreciate you coming through as well. Appreciate you all's time. Listen, I'm gonna get out of here. Again, I appreciate each and every one of you. Thanks for spending the last almost an hour and a half with me. I'm probably gonna go grab something to eat, but I appreciate your time. And as always, as I always ask, do me the honor, do me the favor of staying safe, staying sane, and staying smelling good. We'll see y'all next time. Have a great one. Be blessed. Peace.